right, well, that's going to be kind of like the major news that we had going on during the week. We have obviously some Steph Curry news, but we'll get to that when we cover the playoffs. So we're going to switch up the order a little bit here for you. We're going to go ahead and jump into. We got 3 debates tonight. We're going to jump into the first one. Since we've been talking the NFL, we're going to keep it NFL first. And we're going to go ahead and have this wild debate here. We've been kind of scouring the internet a little bit. That's why we started calling the Down Bad debates. We've been scouting the internet to see what everybody's talking about out there. And so this was an interesting post we found out there, and we want to give it to light and see what you guys thought about it as well. The quote was, true or false, Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels has had the best rookie season in the history of any sport. Mr. G, Mike, that is a bold statement there, and how do you feel about that?
That is a bold statement, man. Honestly, a very, very bold statement. But when you think back to the rookies that have done it, right? Not even just the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, all team sports in the nation, really. Because internationally, there's not a lot of us that know what's going on internationally in soccer or cricket or tennis, whatever the case is. So we'll stick with the major sports here in the nation. But you think back to what Jordan did in his rookie year and what he was crunching up numbers and he was killing the league, but he didn't make it to the playoffs. Or if he did, I think he didn't make it out of the first round. I don't really remember right there, right? You look at LeBron. LeBron came out and he was already noted the king. You're already the chosen one. And he had great numbers, but Cleveland didn't make the playoffs the first year. And then you look at Cam Newton, great quarterback, in the league where Jayden Daniels is. He did a lot for the Carolina Panthers. He had, I think it was 2 games were over 4,000 yards thrown, or no, I'm sorry, not 4,000 yards thrown. It was 400 yards thrown, and were like 4 TDs, but he didn't get the Carolina Panthers to the playoffs. So just going off of those and going to what Jayden Daniels did, taking his team to the NFC Championship as a rookie, that is a lot to say. So this statement right here, it's not. I don't really know if we can go true or false, because I think it's more subjective than anything. I don't think you could say, oh, that's true or false. But if someone would tell me, yo, he had the best rookie season in any sport, I think it's hard for me to disagree, man. So I would say I would agree there.
Yeah, it's such a tough statement because football is one sport, and then you got all kinds of different sports, and that you can go in there. So it is a kind of a tough statement, but it is a fun debate. A lot of people seem to kind of almost forget, and I had to even Google it myself. But Roethlisberger took the Steelers to the AFC Championship in his rookie season too, and then ended up winning the Super Bowl in his second season. Granted, you can't put the two. He didn't get the ring the first time, but even the same sport, you had a guy who did almost the same thing, and I feel like that kind of gets forgotten about unless you're absolutely diehard Steelers fan. You obviously remember the championship the next year, but I think a lot of people was getting confused that it might have been his rookie year. So you had to throw Big Ben's rookie season in there. Randy Moss had an amazing rookie season. Let's not forget Larry Bird, man. Larry Bird's rookie season was off the chain as well. So I think that what Jayden Daniels did is absolutely impressive. Am I going to say I'm going to go with false as saying it's the best in any sport? And only reason I'm saying false is just because it's so subjective. You can't necessarily say that this was the best because
exactly.
Ben Roethlisberger did almost the exact same thing. Now I do think Jayden Daniels looked just on paper, his poise, the way he held himself, the way he played, the way he was just in every game, does look like he could be one of the best rookie seasons of all time, just based off his poise and his demeanor, how he handled it, going to NFC Championship game. And honestly, in that NFC Championship game, if the Eagles obviously going on to win the Super Bowl, the Eagles defense was playing lights out. Jayden Daniels had himself actually still a pretty damn good game. So it's not far off by saying he might have had the greatest NFL rookie season. I can go maybe that route. I mean, like I was saying before, you got Randy Moss, Gale Sayers. It depends on how far back you want to go. So I'm going to go false on this one, saying that it is the greatest, but it's not far off.
Yeah. I would just agree. I wouldn't say true, but I would agree. It's hard to disagree there. it's hard to disagree. Not saying that he has the best, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It's such a subjective thing to really say, but I do think Jayden Daniels did look extremely impressive, and the future is so bright. I mean, hell, go back, was it 2 seasons ago? CJ Stroud, we were trying to have almost the exact same conversation about CJ Stroud whenever he had his rookie season. I feel like this debate really is more of one of those, we're a sucker for the moment, and we're very much a bias towards what just happened. It's fresh on your minds, so that's what you're thinking of, and it's like, man, this has got to be the greatest. But I'm going to go Fawcett as the greatest of all time of any sport. It's kind of hard to that's too tough for me to go with.